Wait, that's not your choice. That's not your choice. It's up to your parents. But you can flip that around and say, you know what, by the time I graduate high school, or by the end of my first year in college, I want to save $2,000 to help my parents buy me a car. Whatever it is. You want to make sure that it's attainable and you're in control of the outcome of that goal. Another part of attainable is very important, is understanding your limitations. I am not saying don't dream big. Please, I'm the first one to say go, 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 and dream big. But understand your limitations when you're setting your goals. Like an unattainable goal would be something like, I'm going to run in the New York Marathon next week. And you haven't been training. And you haven't never ran a day in your life. And then you tell me you want to be in the marathon next week, and then what happens? What happens? We tend to put too much pressure on ourselves. We start going crazy. And then when we started the marathon, we're not even a mile in, and we're cramping down. It's like, I told you so. You shouldn't have went and did that because you want to take into account your real limitations. I'm not saying that, hey, train for another marathon in 6 to 8 months from now. Sure, by all means. But you don't want to train. You don't want to say, I'm going to run in a marathon next Saturday. You've never had training. You don't know what your physical capacity is. That's kind of like setting yourself up for failure kind of thing. R is relevant. You want to make sure that the goal is important to you. They said sometimes you want to focus on something else because sometimes we set goals and it's like, whose goal is that? Is that you? Is that your friends? Is that your mother's? Is that your father's? You want to set a goal that's relevant. That means it's important to you. I love to cook. I think I'm great at it, but my goal isn't to be the next Bobby Flay or Morimoto. I would go to their restaurants and enjoy it all the time, but that's not relevant to me. So I wouldn't set a goal to open a restaurant. Maybe I'd invest in one because I love to eat, but I wouldn't make that a goal. And T is for time specific. You gotta give yourself a deadline. So by when do you want to do this? When do you want to get it done? And it holds you accountable when you give yourself a deadline. So now that we know the SMART format, I want everybody to think of a goal that you have. Wherever it could be, a goal for this month, a goal for the next year, a goal for the next 3 years. And I want you to reword it or write it out using the SMART format. So I'm going to leave that there so you can